Welcome to Secret Talks. I'm your host, Michael Magruch, here with Dr. Joan Painter and Hillary F. Brown. We are certified personal coaches that let you listen in on our private master sessions, where we discuss topics that come up with us or our clients. Episode 904, Holiday Family Dynamics, Convictions and Opinions. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your host, Michael Magruch, here with Dr. Joan Painter and Hillary F. Brown. How are you doing, ladies?
Great.
Hey, Michael. Good.
Again, we're meeting for another of our successful holiday podcasts. This time, we're talking about dynamics in families, convictions, and opinions.
It's the holidays again. Already.
We're talking about your lifestyle, all these things that give us image at every family gathering that everybody identifies us with. This is more a drag than a help because it prevents intimacy. We believe being conscious about this, we can work on creating these wonderful, intimate moments of love in our lives.
We want to advise people to drop political talk, religion talk. Yeah,
that causes conflict in the family.
Yeah, just like consciously not bring it up.
With everybody being able to hide behind their words on Facebook or in text messages or Instagrams or whatever, that it's caused a ton of turmoil.
I mean, people are constantly talking about how they're deleting people who don't have the same political opinions on their Facebook, which cracks me up.
Families are, I feel like we're in the Civil War time again or something. Families are fighting so much over the politics stuff that people are not wanting to talk to people or go see people or get together for fear that politics is going to come up. And it's like, guys, you should not be talking about politics at family gatherings. You have to do that intention, that when you're going to the family, that you're going there to see the family, to spend time with the family. The intention is that you're not going to be bringing up all this politics that's over and done with.
Is your intent to reaffirm your political conviction, or is your intent to get together and have a great time with your family? Exactly. I think that's our first tip, to really get clear on what is your choice, what is your intent.
Yeah. What is your intent when you go to see your family? Is it to fight about politics, or is it to catch up and enjoy each other?
Really be clear, what is your intent? What do you want to accomplish in the family gathering? And I think if we give that a thought, then the family gathering will be great, because I don't think that anyone says, oh, I want to convince everybody to vote this, or I am convinced everybody to be a vegan. I don't think anybody thinks that. We just fall in this artificial image that's our security blanket in our society that we have established. Being a vegan, being a rocker, being a businessman. We fall in these images that make us feel in society comfortable, and so we fall in that in the family gatherings. But that prevents us from actually having a good time.
You know, people's feelings get hurt. People mad at you, and then that's when people leave early.
I think people go in that automatic mode, and that hurts the feeling.
Yeah, I think it's an automatic response, right?
Yeah, and that hurts the people's feelings because, everybody starts generating their safety. The reason why there's no point, because it's proven that you can't convince somebody else unless they want to be convinced.
Right, and everyone's already made up their mind.
It's almost like they have to prove who they are again. It's like what you hear from people who went to their 10-year class reunion. Everybody's just trying to prove who's who. And a lot of times you hear those same kinds of remarks when people say, I hate going to family gatherings. It's like so-and-so's always have to show that they're the one that's with this person now, or this is going on, and they're better than. And it's really sad to hear those kinds of remarks from people, thinking that that's stuff. Why that ego's coming into play, and that's why you're missing out on family, and yet it's their reality. Here's the deal. Speaking your truth is not always appreciated in family politics. But being honest with yourself about your priorities helps to keep your spirit alive. And that is the key, looking at what keeps your spirit alive, because your truth might not always be appreciated.
Tony Robbins, he says, just say what you want.
Exactly.
See, those are all good points. If you would be at least happy, but you're not happy and the family is not happy, by going in this automatic behavior, false sense of security, whatever your image in society is, like being the businessman, so you always talk about business. Nobody wants to hear about business. I think you need to see why you're doing that to yourself and to the family. Because you have nothing else to do, then don't go to the family meeting.
That's what I do. If I don't feel like it's going to go well or something is bothering me,
then you don't show up, and there's nothing wrong with it. Why would you contribute to chaos?
Well, and the other part
Yeah.
about it is that just your assumption? And could your assumption be wrong? Or has something come up that there is an absolute good reason that you're not going to be a part of it because this issue from whatever it was hasn't been resolved?
It's a helplessness, you think, Hillary.
Kind of. In some ways, yeah.
In some way, you resign to be in the family. So what can we suggest? Number one, sit down for 5 minutes. It's worth it. What do you want out of this family, guy?
Right.
Do you really want to go? Or what do you already expect is going to be horrible?
If you really feel super stressed out and you know it's not going to go well, I would suggest not going. But if you feel like you can change the outcome of the situation by going into it in a positive way, then probably could.
I think that's true, that if you go into it thinking it's going to be really bad, it is going to be awful. But if you go into it going, hey, I'm going to have a good time and I'm just going to enjoy being there and be myself and I'm not going to talk about work. I'm going to see people that I haven't seen all year.
And in any gathering, be prepared. What am I really interested in with this family when I get there? Oh, I'm really interested what Max does. He got that new job. So I will go and ask him about this new job, what that new baby of my sister does, how they're doing with the baby. Prepare questions that are not about you.
Mm-hmm.
When you inquire about other people, that's always a very good link becoming intimate and you care for compassion and for love.
And it's sincerity.
And sincerity. And it satisfies you to know what's going on with the baby, them, because they have a baby, and say, she's interested in what we do in our lives. So number one, what do you want when you go to this party? Do you feel good going to this party? Be prepared with what you want to know.
Yeah, like think about what you want to know about each person that's going to be there so that you're prepared to go and ask them about that.
That makes you confident and not going back in your automatic of being the punk rocker, the wild one, or the doctor.
Yeah, that's definitely.
It just gets you out of your societal image into a group dynamic that actually works and not going into your cocoon of what your job is or what your political affiliation is, or sports team, or as a businessman.
Mm-hmm.
This reminds me of religion, like my God is better than yours. My political affiliation is better than yours. My occupation is better than yours. That just separates us versus just be you, and you tend to like that political party.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a Protestant, I'm a Jew, I'm a Muslim. It is irrelevant. In family gatherings, in humanity, it's irrelevant. It's all about getting together to see each other, not what their preferences are.
So treat politics like religion. Yeah.
And along with that is it doesn't matter what you are. And if you're feeling like you have to really express that a lot, you are going back to what the real intent of the gathering is about. Family gathering is that we appreciate each other, and at some point we need our family. And nobody wants to come and aid you or help you because you have demonstrated over and over that you don't have anybody else's back but your own.
And insisting your affiliations, your religion, your politics are the best, separates people, and it divides, and it doesn't help anyone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, makes sense too.
Yeah, thanks for adding that, Michael.
And I think if you're insisting on that, you don't believe it really is correct anyway.
Right.
Your conviction is not in the Democratic Party or in the Republican Party or in your religion. You need feedback to reaffirm
your own beliefs?
Exactly. Yeah. Why would anybody go out there? And it's a personal thing.
I always thought that. Everyone's political opinions, religion is their own thing, and I don't really care.
We know each other forever, right,
Yeah.
Hillary? And we don't ever talk about religion, or we
No,
never talk about our
not
own
really.
religions. We never talk about politics. And we have lots to say to each other, and we're a spiritual family.
Exactly.
I mean, we are a family that is functional. That doesn't mean we don't disagree.
If we talked about it, it would just be like a conversation, not a fight or trying to change someone's opinions. Or
Because we can disagree with each other. And we're like, oh yeah, I see that side.
Exactly.
That's the best part of it. Oh yeah, I see that side. But we don't have to convict anybody, especially at family.
Exactly.
There are people in our family and in our lives who are living that quiet desperation of emptiness, and we want to be there to encourage them. We want to have that mutual investment to help them to feel the joy and be part of that joyful part of it. We don't want to have the downtrodden.
Let's say you are that person that you just mentioned, Joan, the underdog, right? I think for underdogs, I would suggest to really make an inventory. And if you feel that there's no chance in hell that you get out there without cuts and bruises, I would not go. I would try to make this a wonderful day for myself I know holidays have a strong tendency of sadness, and because it's a soulful time, you want to nurture your soul at that time. And if you see you can't get out of this family gathering, then you gotta make a soulful time for yourself, either with a friend that is not cutting you down, or by yourself, by getting a good meal. Plan out your day alone and really have yourself as a family.
I would disagree with that on one point, and that is I don't recommend people being, because if you are that person that, you do recognize that you might not get out of there with the cuts and bruises, once again, I'm going to say that those are your assumptions, those are your beliefs, and you might be wrong. People grow and people change, and hopefully it's those other people that you assumed were going to be attacking or assumed that you would get along with, or you're feeling shame from a past holiday that you shared with them. And so my blessing is that you move forward and you find someone to share that day with, and hopefully you choose to spend the time with the family with the assumption that things are going to be so much different and things are going to go forward, and have that backup plan. I'm a huge believer in having that backup.
Reach out to people. You never know who also needs someone to hang out with.
Let me paraphrase what you said. You're not agreeing that you should go out with a friend. You should agree more to go to the family. But if you feel that the family is...
No. I'm saying that I'm disagreeing with being alone.
Oh, you mean just alone? You would try not to be alone during the holidays. And I agree with you, because I just said if there's no way, then you have to make yourself a beautiful day with yourself. I agree with you. At holidays, I would say try to be with someone else, with a good friend or with non-family.
People that honor you and people that you have mutual respect with.
If all fails, then you make a date with yourself and nurture yourself, because there's no guarantee you can find somebody. In some cases, there is none, because everybody is traveling and moving out, and it just isn't. And in that case, you make a date with yourself. You nurture your soul by... Right. Really doing what you absolutely want to do that day. And if that's being all day long in bed watching movies, then do that by all means. And there's nothing wrong being alone. I'm saying, on the other hand...
Exactly. And sometimes you want to be alone, so it's okay.
And you don't mind being alone, that's okay too. Like you said, Hillary, there is people that love to be alone. Everybody's different. I would suggest you listen to this.
Yeah, it's up to the individual.
Yeah, and you can listen to episode 501, Family, What Is It? We explain from our coaching experience the function of a family versus the assumption of what a family is supposed to be.
Right. Believe me, it's different than what most people think.
Exactly. Yes.
Hopefully we helped you find your way of how to celebrate your holidays, how to make your holidays special.
That's the key, make your holidays special.
Holidays is always a great time for celebration. So celebrate the holidays the best way you can for yourself. Not for anybody else, but for yourself. That's what we all three wish for you, to make you a little bit happier.
Happy holidays.
This wraps up our third holiday podcast, right, Hillary?
If you want to hear more about the holidays, we have 2 other podcasts on our YouTube channel, Secret Talk. And you can go on there and hear our other talks.
Thanks for listening, and I'll talk to you soon, guys.
Great, Michael.
Thanks.
For more information, go to michaelm.com. That's Michael with double L, MICHAELLM.com. On the upper right-hand side, click on Wellness Team. If you like this show, please pay it forward by sharing it with your friends and like it. Thanks to my colleagues, Hillary F. Brown at hillaryfbrown.com and Dr. Joan Painter at drjoan.com. I'm your host, Michael McGruch. Thanks for listening.